awesome death metal from Inferi, Revenant. This album is fantastic. I love it. You'll also be seeing this band in my vinyl collection video. I don't think I'm going to be doing my vinyl collection. I'll go ahead and talk about this. I don't think I'm going to do my vinyl collection video next week, because I'm getting close to having 60 vinyl, and honestly I kind of want to get at least to 100 vinyl before I do that video. Ingurgitating Oblivion. Visions, Wallows, and Sympathies of Light. I have not heard this album at all, actually. It's a digipack. I bought this album solely based on the recommendation from a quite popular metal YouTuber, Infidel Amsterdam. So, thanks for the recommendation. It's kind of like one of those things that's like, if he recommends it, I've got to get it. And it's death metal, so I freaking love death metal. If you couldn't tell already. Okay, now we're getting into some classic power metal stuff. Slipcover of the self-titled debut Iron Maiden. This album, so good. I love it. Sadly, I don't have Kilos, but Number of the Beast. Probably their most well-known album. I mean, I love this album, but it's definitely not my favorite. And in some ways, I kind of feel like it's a little overplayed, but I'm not going to get too much into that. Don't want to cause an uproar. But it's still a fantastic album. Don't get me wrong, Number of the Beast is amazing. So is this one. Peace of Mind, Slipcover. Fantastic album. Great album. Got Power Slave, slipcover of Power Slave. All these are pretty much remastered. I only have two. Yeah, I only have two first press of Iron Maidens, which is kind of hard to find because Iron Maiden's been around for so long, and they've kind of done remasters quite a bit. So I'm proud of that. I'm gonna be getting to those albums in a few. Somewhere in Time. Fantastic album. Great album. Pretty much everything from Iron Maiden is great. Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. One. I haven't heard like a whole lot of concept albums, so I won't like say this is my favorite concept album. But at the moment, this is pretty much my favorite concept album. Fantastic. Yeah, I never even realize this was a concept album for a while. Probably because I didn't really listen to it all that much. But yeah, the song Seventh Son of a Seventh Son is incredible. And this one is first press. This is Feel the Dark by Iron Maiden. Yeah, this one's first press. Really happy about that, because it's kind of a little difficult to find. This was the one that I tried to tear off the sticker all the way. Now I have the X Factor by Iron Maiden. Definitely their most underrated album. One of my personal favorites. This one, I believe, was first press as well. Oh yeah, that's my only complaint. I kind of realized this after I bought it, but like, this part with this part is like upside down. It's like you gotta, unless it was like that when it first came out. I don't know. I highly doubt it, but yeah. Kind of disappointed that I noticed that after I bought it, but it doesn't kill it. I still have the album, you know. Full Show 11, Iron Maiden. Also an underrated album. I don't get the hate. I'll get into this in the future on my podcast for sure, but I just don't understand the hate towards the albums that Bruce Dickinson is not on. There's still Iron Maiden albums, guys. It's still Iron Maiden. Get over it. Brave New World. Great album. Honestly, probably their best album from the 2000s. Great album. And then a big gap, because I'm missing quite a few. The Book of Souls. Iron Maiden. This is definitely their longest album. 2 disc. Oh my gosh. Book of Souls. Let's move on from Iron Maiden into King Diamond, The Spider's Lullaby. This is my only King Diamond CD, but it's a digipack. It's my introduction to King Diamond. And eventually Merciful Fate, because I didn't know anything about Merciful Fate. I discovered Merciful Fate through King Diamond, obviously. And I haven't got any Merciful Fate, sadly. But, yeah, this album is awesome. Great. Back to some death metal. Briefly. A Rising New Era by Kronos. Some of the most hardcore lyrics you can ever think of for, like, metal would be, like, Greek mythology. That's what this band is. It's like, they sing about Greek mythology stuff. Like, how you can't get any more metal than that. You just look on the back, and one of their songs is called Zeus Dethroned. Oh, yeah. Klymenos Under Wrath. It's awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Kronos. Definitely looking into getting more of Kronos as well. Ashes of the Wake by Lamb of God. Awesome album. Lamb of God is a good band. I respect them for basically in the modern era of music when it's kind of going downhill, for keeping, like, not trying anything new and keeping the original, like, guitar, drums, bass, vocals kind of format and just nailing it. It's almost thrash metal, you know. It's kind of like, it's just straight up heavy metal. It's awesome. Led Zeppelin 2. Gotta have some Led Zeppelin in your collection. Of course, this is also broken because I got it used and it doesn't even have that piece there. But yeah, it's Led Zeppelin. It's awesome stuff. Led Zeppelin is, like, essential for any music level. Led Zeppelin 3. This is my last. I only have the 2 albums by Led Zeppelin. Immigrant Song. This one's got Immigrant Song, so yeah. Led Zeppelin. I've got Between Here and Lost by Love and Death. This was Brian Head Welch's band. This is the only album they released, I'm pretty sure. But they're not a band that I keep up with, so they might have released something else. I don't know. I'm not going to look it up right now anyway. But I need to get his solo project, but Brian Head Welch's solo project, just called Head, was really good. But this is also pretty cool as well. They had an EP also before that one came out. Unto the Locusts by Machine Head. It's my only Machine Head. It's just the last good album in my opinion. Everything after this album I just haven't really cared for too much. But this album is pretty cool. But yeah, I need to get their other albums as well. Okay, now we're getting into a whole discography. I'm getting into my favorite band. Megadeth. Killing Is My Business. The first album. Peace sells, but who's buying? Most of these are remastered, remixed and remastered and stuff. So far, so good, so what? Awesome album. Obviously, this is my favorite band, but I'm not. I like all their albums to a point. They're definitely a band that I'm gonna go a lot more in depth with. This is actually the first press of Rust in Peace. This was a lot of some of the older albums, some Slayer albums. I've got some Ozzy Osbourne that my dad kind of passed down to me, so he got it when it was released. So this is the album that got me into heavy metal, and this is the reason Megadeth is my favorite band. Because this album, if it wasn't for this album, if I didn't listen to this album, I wouldn't have this huge CD collection. Countdown to Extinction, Megadeth. Awesome album. It started going less thrashy at this point, but it was still really good. Euthanasia. Cool album. Boom. Cryptic Writings. This is just the regular CD. Yeah. Like, I don't know if it is first press. I'll look at that later. But Cryptic Writings, and then also Cryptic Writings, the remixed and remastered one. Different. They do have kind of different artwork. Yeah. And then we got Risk by Megadeth. Underrated album in my opinion. It was a pretty awesome rock album. Got this hardcore thrash band that just comes out with a rock album, and it's pretty cool. I like it. Despite the hate that it gets. I hit the tripod again, I'm sorry. The World Needs a Hero, Megadeth. This was the last album before they split up. This was 2001. And this next one, System Has Failed, this was when Megadeth came back. This was originally supposed to be a Dave Mustaine solo album, which would have sounded like Megadeth anyway. So, there was like no point in doing that. But, awesome. They actually had the original guitarist, Chris Poland, come back and do some guitar work on this album, which was really cool. Got United Abominations, Megadeth. Endgame, Megadeth. Obviously Megadeth. I've got their whole discography plus more. 13. Pretty decent album. I like it. Super Collider, Megadeth. We'll be talking about this later. Of course, there are certain bands that I kind of want to dedicate an entire episode of Metal Gladiator podcast to, like Iron Maiden and Megadeth, you know. Yeah. And then Dystopia. I haven't heard anything from this album, so I don't really have any thoughts on it, but I have it. I needed to complete the discography of my favorite band, so of course I had to get it. Got the single Sympathy of Destruction. I also had this on cassette, if you saw last video. Oh, I never noticed that. I don't know why, but like they've got the sheet music on there for Sympathy of Destruction. It's also had the B-side songs Breakpoint and Go to Hell, which is on the next album I have here, Hidden Treasures, which is not a studio album, it's kind of a compilation of B-sides and covers, which has No More Mr. Nice Guy, Breakpoint, Go to Hell, Paranoid, yeah, Megadeth's cover of Paranoid, which was a fantastic cover, Still Alive and Well, a little live album, And my last Megadeth CD, Rust in Peace Live. It's upside down. Whatever. Yeah. The whole album live. Awesome. And now we're going into some more classical stuff. Mentioned him earlier, Mozart. This is in this classical treasure kind of, what's it, A Little Night of Music. Not a bad disc. Got this for like $2 at used, you know. Mozart, Requiem. Fantastic. I love Mozart. He's definitely, I definitely prefer Mozart over Beethoven. Got this little classical composer special thing of Mozart, which has the CD and then a little booklet about his life. A little booklet about him and his music. So I guess you can kind of title this as a digipack. And I've got this cool little box set of Mozart 250th celebration. It's got 2 or 3 technically CDs in here. Serene in Some Line, Mozart's Most Relaxing Melodies. So yeah, put this on for some relaxation. And the Mozart celebration. I like the compact disc. I like this kind of like case. And then, so yeah, like 3 CDs in one little box set. Very cool. Got Healing Rain by Michael W. Smith. Good stuff. Got the Obsidian Conspiracy by Nevermore. This was their last album, the only album I have is Digipack. But man, Nevermore is awesome. The single ended up passing away, I believe. I'm pretty sure he did. I'm kind of second guessing myself now, but I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it's a must-have in anybody's collection. Got At the Gate of Sethu by Nile, death metal singing about Egyptian mythology, which is really cool. I got a digipack, and I'm gonna go ahead and show off this because I think a lot more bands need to do this. Basically, what the guys do here is they have the song lyrics and then they have the source of inspiration. Like they have a story of the source of inspiration for the lyrics. And I know it's unique for this band because, you know, the Egyptian mythology, so he's kind of like naming off these books that he's read, that he's gotten the lyrics from. But I honestly think a lot more bands need to do that, despite if it's like a real life event that they went through that inspired the song, like write down the story next to it's a kind of a thick booklet for CDs. But I honestly think more bands should do that because it's pretty cool. What Should Not Be Unearthed, Nile. Nile is awesome, man. They're a fantastic band. Again, another thick booklet. Yeah. Get a drink. So I edit this out. I'm halfway through. Nature's Sympathies, Midnight Storm. This was like a $1 CD that I got used. So, and of course, you guessed it, is like, it's dusty, but it's, you know, it's got Bach, Chopin, Beethoven, Mozart. It's classical stuff, so of course I'm gonna get it. Obviously. Okay. Moving on. Got The End Complete by Obituary. This is the only thing I have of Obituary. They have a pretty decent discography. Classic death metal. It's one of those death metal bands that's like, it's got that name that's like, got the big names in death metal like Cannibal Corpse, Death, Obituary, Suffocation, you know. It's a classic band. We got Origins self-titled debut. Not Origins, there's no S at the end. Technical death metal at its finest. So yeah, awesome stuff. I got half of Origins discography. Oh, I got most of. I'm missing one album, their newest release. But I got most of this stuff used, so I got like each album for like $3 to $4, except for one. The next one here I actually got on Relapse Records. Echoes of Dissemination. Dissemination. I cannot talk today. Of course, I've been talking for almost an hour, so sue me. Possibly my favorite album by them, Antithesis. I love the like artwork. It's so, when I look at that artwork, it's like H.R. Geiger. I probably butchered that name. Alien. You know, it looks like the alien from Alien. Great stuff. Got Entity by Origin, of course. Awesome stuff. Very fast technical death metal, so definitely not for everyone. Got the last one, Omnipresent. Of course, I'm missing their new one, but definitely plan on picking it up because the new one is fantastic also. Origin has a very solid discography. Like, there's not really a weak album. Now we're getting into some classic stuff. We got Blizzard of Oz by Ozzy Osbourne. Yeah, my dad passed down all his Ozzy Osbourne stuff to me, so I've got a decent stack of that. So the next few will be Ozzy. Trying to speed this up. Diary of a Madman. Classic stuff. Bark at the Moon. They played this song. Well, Ozzy, he's kind of doing the No More tours at the moment when this video is being filmed. But he played the song Bark at the Moon at a concert during the eclipse, which was like last year or something. So that was that's really cool. No Rest for the Wicked. Ozzy Osbourne's like Black Sabbath. It's kind of, I feel like it's an essential thing to listen to if you're gonna get into metal. Some people got introduced to metal through Ozzy, you know. No More Tears. Ozzy was definitely one of the first metal bands that I, heard. Like Ozzy, Black Sabbath, Megadeth, Iron Maiden. Those were bands that I started listening to at the beginning of Osmosis. At the beginning of Osmosis. No. Down to Earth. Ozzy. Still got a sticker on it. Gotta get that off. I hate stickers. Some of these stickers I don't even bother with. 2 record set. Ozzy Osbourne, Randy Rhoads tribute. All this stuff. Randy Rhoads, greatest guitarist who ever lived. Greatest guitarist who ever lived. It's not up for debate. Doesn't matter about your opinions. Randy Rhoads is the greatest. This is just a compilation album here with some Black Sabbath stuff. It's also broken. Yeah, it's not up for debate. Randy Rhoads is the greatest guitarist who ever lived. Screw your opinion. The Wall by Pink Floyd. It's a compact disc, so it's got the double thing. Kind of like the Mozart. I have one other album that's like this. I really like it. Yeah, Pink Floyd. Classic stuff there. A momentary lapse of reason. Sorry. This is the only two Pink Floyd stuff I have. I don't have Dark Side of the Moon. Sorry. Rude Awakening by Prong. This was a band that I discovered because of Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter did a cover, Snap Your Fingers, Snap Your Neck. This is the band that wrote that. And that's how I got into this band. Stupid sticker. Got a little slip cover of the best of 25 piano favorites. Pretty cool. Classical stuff. It only slips out at one side, so not a bad. Oh yeah, it's got the booklet and CD thing on the side. Yeah, it's not a bad. Pretty much any kind of classical music that I see has kind of got, well, any classical music I'm pretty much gonna get. But especially ones like these that's got like this really cool setup, you know? I want it. And it disappoints me when I find music I don't like in very cool, like, digipack stuff. Or the special edition stuff, and it's music, like it's country music or pop music, and I just hate, I don't like the band or anything, and I'm just like, that sucks, because that's a really cool, it's a really cool, special edition thing. Really cool set. Self-titled debut, Rush. Mentioned them earlier when I was talking about Dream Theater. Rush. It's Rush, you know. Chaos of Steel. Great stuff. This is the one that's got Bastille Day. Probably my favorite song right after like 2112. Which is actually coming up next. 2112. Fantastic song. 20-minute song. Should be a 21-minute song. It should be 21 minutes and 12 seconds. So, sorry Rush, but you failed on the song 2112. See, it says total time 20 minutes 34 seconds. The total time should be 21 minutes 12 seconds. You gotta get your priorities straight, Rush, okay? That ruins the song for me. I don't like that song at all. Just kidding. That's comedy. Calm down. It's an amazing song. Hemispheres by Rush. Rush has got like at least 20 albums, I think. Maybe. I know Black Sabbath has like 19 albums or something. Rush is definitely up there. They've got a huge discography. Moving Pictures. This is the one that's got Tom Sawyer and Limelight. You know. YYZ. YYZ is awesome. Yeah. Moving Pictures. And Presto. Album that's not really talked about much, but I like it. It's a cool album. I haven't really heard anything by Rush that I've disliked. I haven't heard everything, obviously, but like, yeah. Working Men. Rush. This is a compilation album. It's a digipack compilation album. Yeah. with one song that's previously unreleased. So One Little Victory is a song that is only released on the Walking Men compilation album. So pretty cool with that. Rolling Stones, Flashpoint. I think this is just like a live album by Rolling Stones. Yeah, live. So yeah, Rolling Stones, classic rock, you know, good stuff. Going back to some death metal now. Great Is Our Sin by Revocation. I think I did an unboxing video. I might have yeah, I'm pretty sure, of this album, which has the vinyl and a t-shirt, I believe. So yeah, if you want to go check that out. Can't remember how long ago it was, but great album. And we got The Outer Ones by Revocation. I also did a unboxing video pretty recently, or not too recently, but like a few months ago, almost a year now, I guess. And my most recent unboxing video was on this album, a little bundle set that I got. Awesome album. Like, oh my goodness. Great stuff. I got an album that's really amazing, Where Owls Know My Name by Rivers of Nile. Fantastic stuff. One reason why I love death metal is because, well, definitely my two favorite genres is death metal and progressive metal, because it's the genres that can have the most creativity with staying true to the genres, you know, how the genre works, you know. And this album has saxophone in it. If you don't think saxophone will work with death metal, listen to this album and you'll be proven wrong. Even if you don't like death metal, you'll be proven wrong. Hesselite by Rammstein. I don't have Rammstein's newest album. I haven't really heard any of it yet. I know I'm behind on that, but I do have, other than the new one, I have all of Rammstein stuff and shirts. What's up? Yeah. It will be difficult for me to come up with my favorite Rammstein album. Riser Riser. Hosenholt. A digipack of Hosenholt. Beautiful artwork. Like, that landscape is just awesome. The Liebe ist für Ada. Hope I'm saying that right. Yeah, this was the album that got them pretty much banned from Germany. And I've got a couple live albums. Live aus Berlin was one of the older ones. 1999, so it's only got like their first couple albums on here. And we've got the awesome digipack of Pokeball. Oh my goodness. DVD and CD. Oops. Oh, I did something wrong. Nope. I ruined it. Completely ruined it. What did I do wrong? Going like that? That's not right. I'm editing all that out. Anyway, got the soundtrack to a movie that I've never seen before. Schindler's List. Heard it's a fantastic movie. Haven't even heard any of the soundtrack either, so I just got it because it was cheap. So, used CDs are cheap, man. Got some Scottish music, of course, because I've got that Scottish heritage that I've got to stay true to. Spirit of the Glen. I need a clan and drummer. Yeah, it's got Amazing Grace on there, among other things. And I've got Antennas to Hell by Slipknot. Their little best of album. Awesome. Need to get more stuff of them. I'm only missing the newest album of this discography here, Suffocation, Effigy of the Forgotten. Breeding the Spawn. Pierce from Within. Some awesome death metal. Souls to Deny. Their self-titled album, Suffocation. Blood Oath. Broken. Got a lot of broken jewel cases, but try not to focus on it too much because it kind of does bug me. I am a little OCD when it comes to like collections and stuff. Obviously, because I've got all this stuff in alphabetical order. Pinnacle of Bedlam. This is the actual first album I've heard of Suffocation. I've got the digipack with the CD and the making of DVD. Awesome album. Haven't heard any of their new one and haven't gotten it yet. The Best of Suffocation I also have. Oh yeah, death metal. Now we're going into the last stack. Got Slayer, Show No Mercy. First Slayer album. And I also have it on the Japanese release. Japanese release. Pretty cool stuff. I only have 2 Japanese releases in my whole collection, and you're about to see them. Hell Awaits by Slayer. Definitely my favorite album by Slayer. Yes, it's not Rain and Blood, but awesome. And then the Japanese release of Hell Awaits as well. Rain and Blood by Slayer. Their classic thrash band, thrash album. South of Heaven, awesome album. Seasons in the Abyss, also an awesome album. Divine Interventions, pretty cool album. Not great, but Christ's Illusion, awesome album. So that's the classic Slayer lineup. Got World Painted Blood. I haven't heard anything off of Repentless. Just haven't gotten to it yet, so I don't know how it is. But yeah, this album is awesome. Last album with the classic Slayer lineup, which I consider to be the only Slayer lineup, really. And then I've got the Decade of Aggression Live compact disc. Got Machine by Static X. The band, I don't think they're a bad band. They're kind of cool. Have to be in a certain mood to listen to them. And then Cannibal by Static X. This is an awesome band. Scorpions, Blackout by Scorpions. This is my only Scorpions in the collection, so gotta get on getting more Scorpions. Got Trans-Siberian Orchestra, Beethoven's Last Night. Yeah. Trans-Siberian Orchestra is awesome. Got 4 of their albums. The Christmas Attic. The Lost Christmas Eve. Slip cover. Pretty cool one. Got the CD and just got that thick booklet. And I've got a few things to play at Christmas time. I've got Night Castle, Trans-Siberian Orchestra, a really cool digipack that's got the booklet attached to it, kind of like the 300 soundtrack at the very beginning of this massive video. Yeah, Trans-Siberian Orchestra, if you've never heard them, get on that, because they were fantastic. Got Sin in the Sentence by Trivium, my only Trivium album. I really like Trivium, but sadly this is the only one I've got at the moment. Fantastic album though. Black to the Blind by Vader. I like Vader. I haven't heard a whole lot of them. I don't think I've actually heard anything off of these 3 albums I have by them. But, you know. Then they got the digipack of Tibby and Ingi, I don't know. I think this is the only album I've actually heard any of this stuff on, but I like it. Oh yeah, this is definitely the album I've heard. Yeah. I like this album. Vomitory, Revelation, Nausea. Classic death metal. And then I've got Best of Classic Violin. Classical music, so of course you're gonna get it. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, that piece is broken, so just can't stay in properly. Classical music. Got like Beethoven and all that stuff. Yeah. One of those albums that I got for like $1 used. So, and then finishing up my CD collection with my 202nd CD with progressive classic rock. The album Fragile by the band Yes. This is the one that has a roundabout. So, yeah, awesome album. And yeah, that right there completes my CD collection. It's a long video. I tried to go through it as quick as I can. Thanks for watching if you watched the whole thing. I'm gonna be waiting until I might be waiting until I get at least 100 vinyl. That's gonna take a while though, but yeah, stay tuned for that. If you want to stay up to date with my music collection, I have an Instagram called ian.sylvain1776. Follow that. All my vinyl. If you follow that Instagram account, you'll be able to see all my vinyl before I post it on YouTube. I don't think I'm gonna wait till 100 vinyl, but I might. I don't know. So that's the video. Thank you for watching. Go listen to the Metal Gladiator podcast on YouTube, Podbean, and Himalaya. And I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.